Hey Dallin, it's Scott Walker with Impact Link SEO. I just spoke with you on the phone and just making this video showing you kind of the things that I do and how I might be able to help you generate new leads through your website, Google Business Profile, and possibly Google Ads. So for starters, I love your website. It looks really cool. I love the water background there. That's pretty nice. But for one thing I always recommend for people's website is to add more content. The reason I say that is because Google loves to see content. You want to see 1,500 to 2,000 words on your homepage, and throughout that content you want to be found for buyer intent keywords, which you've done a couple of times here. Let's see what it was. Like a restoration company near Lehi, they have a location and a service. That's what I call buyer intent. But the other thing you could do is if you save your images correctly, you could also save those, instead of saying contractors measuring wood Lehi, you could have that say, some sort of buyer intent keyword too, because it's embedded behind the photo for you. So I use a tool called Ahrefs to show me your analytics and kind of where you're setting. The DR and UR is the strength and trust that Google has for your website. These are on a scale of 100, and you want those continuously moving up while also balanced. You're currently at 2 and 9 due to your referring pages and domains. And what those are backlinks, and if you don't know what a backlink is, it's when one website links to another website via clickable button or text. And you want to stay, but not all backlinks are created equal, so you do want to stay relevant to your industry and location whenever possible. And it looks like you're being indexed for 55 keywords, and you're getting roughly 12 people to your website each month. To kind of show you the search terms that you're being found for, and the traffic. So superior water restoration, which is your name, that's great. You actually are in the second position right now, and there's roughly 30 people searching that each month. But the ones that I like to get you found for are these ones where, water damage restoration, Ogden. I don't know if you want to go that far, but that's even past me. But those are the types of buyer intent keywords that I look for, because those ones are the people looking for your service in that area. So those are the types of ones that I would say you would want to be on the first page. All of these are on the second page, so you're not really generating not even leads, but generating traffic due to those ones because you're on the second page. So I did just do a search for water damage restoration Lehi. Right up top, there's a few things that pop up. The Google Guaranteeds are great because it's a guaranteed for the consumer and the business. As a consumer, I know that this business has been, they're licensed and insured in a background check. For the business, if I call this number and I'm not a real lead, you can dispute it, and then you can get that money back up here. The other ones we have are for here, the cost per click ads. These are the Google Guaranteeds. These are the local ads. And these ones, the best way to have a good click-through rate is to have as much of this keyword inside the search as possible. So like water damage restoration Utah. It's not Lehi, but I know that Lehi's in Utah, so that's good right there. But this one here, it doesn't really say all of those words, especially in bold. So out of these two, this one would probably have a better click-through rate. And then for the landing page experience, you want to have a good landing page experience where you have a click to call right up top, form submit, what you do, where you do it, and then if you run any promotions, kind of right here. And then the background imagery should be relevant to your search query. So if you're doing water damage, make sure it's water. If it's fire damage, make sure there's a fire there. And to kind of give you an idea of how many searches are for water damage restoration, and this is just in Utah County, down by you. Water restoration near me, there's 600 searches. Water damage restoration services, company services, these three are really good ones. That would actually be people who are looking for you. And there's a lot of searches. But a cost per click would be anywhere from 27 to 163 per click. And a good conversion rate would be 20%, so you'd need 5 clicks before a new lead came in. So it gives you kind of a range of what you'd be paying for a new click for Google Ads. We then move down into the Google Business Profile. You're right here, which is great. You do have a lot of reviews, which is the number one thing that I've found to get good rankings on the Google Business Profile. The others are making sure your name, address, and number are in directories like yellowpages.com, because then the more your information is given out, the more Google starts to trust you, and not just in your local area, but in your surrounding areas as well. And then being in the Google Business Profile and Google Ads, about 60 to 70% of traffic stops right here. The rest go down into the organics. It looks like ServPro is one of your top competitors for this particular buyer intent keyword. When you look at their website, I'm pretty sure, there's no content on here. So their website is being ranked due to the fact that they have a strong overall website. They probably have 500 pages on their website or more. And so when you start to have more content, better buyer intent keywords, those authoritative backlinks and citations, you can start to outrank these guys. And to kind of give you some, I just did Lehi, Draper, and Orem. I mean, just the closest ones near you. This is the search volume for the month out of all of these. So there's 430 searches for some sort of restoration. So water damage restoration, Lehi fire damage restoration. Some of these might not be relevant, like there might be another name or something. But as you can see, when you start to outrank for your competitors, a percentage of these total volumes will start to go to your website instead of theirs. And then a percentage of the people going to your website will give you a call. And depending on your closing rate, will turn into a customer for you. So I hope that this was really beneficial for you, Dylan. I look forward to talking to you soon. And if you like what you see, let's set up a discovery call. And if not, thank you so much for your time. Have a great day.